Do you know about all that mess that happened inside SBT? We watched it. Daniela Berute, Patrizia Abravanel, and of course her husband Fábio Faria did all that outrageous stuff that left us conservatives outraged. But there's a name at SBT whom Silvio Santos respected a lot. His eldest daughter, Silvia Abravanel. People are posting moments here on the internet. She didn't like anything that happened. I'm going to show everything here, Silvia, even criticizing Dilma. Yes, my friends. Of course, we won't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it must be a pressure cooker. I'll show it here, and we'll get there. In a denominator like Macedo, little finger like, it looks like Fábio Faria has run into a big problem ahead, huh? He did, but soon we'll know everything, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. You can be sure of that. I'm gonna show you what's happening here, the pressure cooker, pounding, and come, be part of our family by subscribing here to the channel. Guys, I need to share this with you, right? I'm putting it here in several videos because it was a total success. We're showing here in various situations how to lose weight in an easier way, totally natural, without having to resort to those weight loss products. Those questionable things, pens and such, that we inject into our bodies, situations that sometimes make us scared. I lost 18 kilos. 18 kilos. You can see it in the images. Look at my face. The way it is today. Look, my face here and all. Just so you have an idea, this shirt is extra large, look. I always used to wear it like this. Now it's super loose. The shorts I'm wearing. I love wearing these shorts. Yes, guys, look here, look. It made a difference in my life. Much more quality of life. Sometimes we start slacking off and we end up losing it, right? You keep gaining weight, and before you know it, it's already out of control. Slim Fever is simple. It's a powder, an appetite suppressant, and it's super tasty to take. It's a little powder, you take it, put it in water, look how simple it is, and it's delicious. It's delicious, super refreshing. You stir it, my friends, look. Look, really quick. Appétit suppressant. It's tasty. It tastes like orange juice, like tang, you know? Here in Rio Preto, where it's hot, it's refreshing. It made a big difference. I lost all that weight. So, I'll tell you, my friends, it was much easier than I thought. If I could do it, I did it. Look, you can do it too. It's a great opportunity to lose weight with good health, right, my friends? We have to resort to these very expensive and often questionable products, and to be able to have a much better quality of life, right? Even much better self-esteem. The link for you to check out this product is right below the video, in the description box. Don't miss this opportunity. It made a difference in my life, and it will make a difference in yours too. The link is right here, just below. People are commenting here. Look, right here. The only one who didn't sell out? Patricia probably didn't like this at all, because people are posting this here. It's Silvia Abravanel, Silvia, right? Heir of Silvio Santos. She gets thousands of new followers after refusing to go to the SBT News inauguration event. From Fábio Faria, right? Where Lula and Alexandra de Moraes were present. This is the person we're talking about, and you'll see. She learned every little detail from Silvio Santos. She's not dazzled, she's truly a courageous woman who isn't from what we're seeing here. She didn't sell her principles. She didn't submit to the regime. She knows that SBT is much bigger than these people who are trying to tarnish it. This is the network that all good people in Brazil have learned to love, learned to respect, learned to admire. Because her father, has always been synonymous with hard work, always showed that. You want to win, you, my friend who follows me every day, my friend, you want to win. You have to dedicate yourself a lot to everything you do. The man was a street vendor, nothing against it, for God's sake. It's an honorable job. Business is beautiful. Today, the person who masters the art of selling practically masters everything. But since we're giving an example, that sometimes a person, let's put it this way, is working in their profession. There, they set up a business, have their own little shop. It's small, it's more modest. Let's put it that way, more modest. But they managed to get there. Silvio Santos taught us that principles and values are non-negotiable. You don't negotiate principles and values. And that if you dedicate yourself, if you work hard, you will, yes, get there, you will. I'm not an example, but I tell myself it was everything. It was everything to me. Many years ago, I never imagined in my life that I would have so many friends here. To have so many friends, and you are wonderful. I'm not just saying that. My friends, you are wonderful. A journalist. I also found success at the radio station Metropole, where I worked for many years in San Jose de Rio Preto. I used to do a popular classified show, helping people sell things, stuff like that. And I was really appreciated by my listeners, but it was a very small number, you know? My station was the only news and amplitude modulation station. I loved working on amplitude modulation. I've always really enjoyed working on amplitude modulation radio, you know? But the following years gave me a pleasant surprise of having almost 1 million followers. Man, I sleep and wake up every day thanking God. Father, you gave me more than I imagined. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to be a communicator in your field. I've been a journalist for over 20 years. But the Silvio Santos issue is a catastrophe. So, he teaches us, dedicate yourself, you will succeed, you will get there. Look, Silvia's story was never just about being an heiress. She was raised inside SBT, surrounded by studios, cameras, production, and audiences, exactly like Silvio Santos always did. It's no coincidence that she's the daughter who most carries her father's spirit. You're now seeing Silvia's story, spontaneous, direct, without ideological varnish, and unafraid to displease. This is Silvia Abravanel. This is the kind of person you truly admire on the inside. While many prefer comfortable silence, Silvia always spoke out. She criticized Dilma Rousseff when few dared, supported Jair Bolsonaro in 2022, and had no qualms about calling him the people's captain, making her position clear. She was never a professional activist. She was something rarer, someone with her own convictions, even within her own family. This sets Silvia apart ideologically. She distances herself from her sisters, not because of personal conflict, but because of her worldview. She openly advocates for the revival of SBT, the old popular one. Look at that. Irreverent, connected with the people and not with those in power. An SBT that spoke to real Brazil, not to Brasilia. Even holding a less institutional position within the group's structure, Silvia preserves something more valuable than a spot on the organizational chart: identity. And maybe that's exactly why, when SBT gets too close to the system, it's in her that many recognize the truest echo of Silvio Santos. Because legacy isn't just inheritance, it's the courage to keep being who you are. This beautiful text was written by Diego Mugere here on social media. The guy is awesome, really good, amazing, and spectacular. It's how we feel and think. Look how beautiful that is. Silvia distances herself due to her worldview, not personal conflict with her sisters. She supports rescuing SBT. The old one, the old SBT, the one we love so much, the one we were so proud of, the one we took pleasure in defending, watching, and following, even if it's just leaving the television on, since sometimes we don't, but often we do. I don't do that here anymore. But when I used to do it, of course it was on SBT I would leave it on. I would leave it on SBT, because we have this habit, especially when we're alone. I definitely don't leave Globo on. It's been years. Even before I became a journalist, I already had my frustrations with Globo. In fact, I never did. Most of my friends in class, in journalism school, their dream was to work at Globo. I never walked by or in front of it. Take a resume over to Globo, saying no way, no way. It's because right in my first year, I already started my internship at the radio station. It was a tiny radio station, but I was very proud to work there. But SBT, I always had a dream. I say this, I always had a dream, but I didn't have the opportunity. I didn't. But here it shows who doesn't want that old SBT. Or there. Silvio Santos is coming, there, Silvio Santos is coming. Who doesn't want this SBT? Who doesn't want it? We can say it's very attached to what made up our past, our present, and we want a different future for this broadcaster. Silvia Abravanel likes criticism of her sisters after inviting Lula to SBT News. People are commenting here. Silvia liked criticism of Lula. But that wasn't all. There's a little part, look here, look how beautiful. Silvia Abravanel causes a stir in Curitiba. More people are posting. I want to believe that you don't agree with what they're doing, Silvia Abravanel, because you seem to be the only real and pure-hearted one there. Honestly, I can't believe what SBT is doing. I don't want to. And it looks like she liked the comment. Yes, look, it seems she liked the comment. Yes, Silvina. I hope all of this is true. I'm speaking from the heart here. I really want this to be true. Silvia, everyone who follows me daily knows how much I've always loved your father. I always say that I was inspired. I started journalism school inspired by Ratinho. It's clear Silvio Santos is the greatest communicator this nation has had.
Taught me a lot.
I really want all of this to be true, and I believe it. I think so. It's a fact, because it even makes us emotional. There's no way around it. It's about Silvio Santos, man. We can't accept it. It's about the legacy he left. It's all right physically, right? SBT isn't ours, but emotionally it is ours. It's ours. It's mine. It's yours. It's all of ours. I hope so. This is Silvia Abravanel. Look at what she says. Look at what she says about Dilma Rousseff. She's pure Silvio's blood. She's pure Silvio's blood. Pure blood. Pure blood. It's Silvia. It's Silvio. Even the name, right? Even the name.
Tell me who it is. Dilma Rousseff, with all due respect, but I don't agree that she is the most powerful.
Because I think power isn't about being president or having money.
Lots of money in your account. Look,
To be able to do good and look people in the eye and be sincere and be true. I can't do it, sorry. But to make things up, to deceive, especially the Brazilian people who are such fighters, oh my, I can't accept it at all. With all due respect.
I don't accept it.
So,
not everything is lost. There is hope, a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm very optimistic. You know I am. I'm always believing. And I really do believe, because I'm a man who has a lot of faith. A lot of faith. I have a lot of faith. I believe a lot, because I know that in the end, everything works out. Because my God, our God, is the one who guides us, and He prepares wonderful things. And always, when things are bad, it's always a way for Him to show us. Look, everyone, I'm doing this because I want you to learn and do the right thing. There. I always think like that, and this video, this one in particular, makes me very emotional and happy to be able to share this, to be able to bring what's inside. Inside. There is a person who really values principles that we Brazilians hold in our hearts. At a time when they label us as criminals, because we love this country and we don't accept the atrocities that have been happening from these wicked and evil men who only think about power. And after everything they did to this network, that's really sad, right? We see those atrocities from a guy who got in there, right? To do all this, let's call it mischief, which is exactly what Fábio Faria did, causing a mess inside SBT. Maybe we will still be able to save this network. Maybe it's because there are good people working there. Forget about the journalism department. There we really saw who they hired, who Fábio Faria hired. Amanda Klein, Basilia, Raquel Lindin. It's really to stir things up. It's really to help the system. But who knows this great woman, this wonderful, kind person with unshakable principles and values? May she be the salvation of this station. May she be the salvation I really want to believe she is. She gained millions of followers after this whole episode, right? And it's no wonder she carries that beautiful, unmistakable Santos DNA, we can say, right? All those things that Mr. Santos stood for. In these moments, despite the sadness of everything that happened, it still brings us a lot of hope. That things can still change. And I'm sure a lot is still gonna happen, and we'll go through it all here, folks. Amazing. This situation couldn't go on, right? It can't go on inside this network. I hope Silvia does it, right? And brings back the old SBT, brings it back to us as a society. Share this video a lot. Share it, I need you to share it a lot, so it reaches more and more and more people. Smash that like button. Hit the like button. Come on. Be a part of our family here on the channel, parents and children. E Fabiano Guigay.